Gentlemen, a minute right here.
Good evening. Thank you for coming out to our neighborhood. My name is Catherine Kohlert, and I'm a Terrebonne resident. I live over at 31st and Terrebonne. At the age of 39, I'm already a 14-year cancer survivor. I support compassion. I teach Pilates. I support alternative health practices. I'm also a survivor of sexual assault in my neighborhood. I would like for my neighborhood to be safe. Controlled substances need to be distributed in a safe and responsible manner. The philosophy behind legalizing marijuana is that you take away the secondary crimes associated with it. We still have a system that involves some legalized marijuana and some prohibition. Therefore, there are secondary sales that carry along those same kinds of crimes, secondary crimes associated with prohibition. For those reasons, I believe that this facility would be more appropriately located in a medical center like UCSF or St. Mary's for protection both of the patients and the residents of the neighborhood. Thank you.
Good evening, Commissioners. As a proud San Francisco resident, I am utterly appalled that the police department in the Terrebonne district has become Supervisor Carmen Chu's personal enforcers, carrying out her personal political agenda and political beliefs, and carrying out her witch hunt for medical cannabis patients. It is never the place of any police department to carry out and enforce a politician's personal political agenda. Doing so is what creates a police state, and I can think of several historical examples of what results, two of which are Nazi Germany and McCarthy's witch hunts in the 1950s and 60s. The job of law enforcement is to simply enforce the law, not to be involved in the personal politics and political campaigns of politicians. As far as the law goes, in California, those with a medical condition who, as a result, have obtained medical cannabis recommendations from medical professionals have the right to consume and grow medical cannabis for the treatment of their conditions. 48 people's doors have been kicked in and have been brutally arrested, who never broke any laws and were well within their legal rights. This McCarthyist witch hunt for medical cannabis patients is a gross violation of human rights and civil rights and of California state law, and is unconstitutional. The misinformation campaign that Supervisor Chu and the police in this district are carrying out is unacceptable and atrocious. Supervisor Chu and her side state that having medical cannabis dispensaries in the neighborhood would attract more crime. Nothing could be further from the truth. I myself have personally lived in a building in the Tenderloin, which is not exactly a safe neighborhood, and I lived in a building where there was, in fact, a medical cannabis dispensary, and it made my block a whole lot safer. Thank you very much.
Here. My name is Russ Grossman. I'm a San Francisco resident and a medical cannabis patient. I'm here to voice concerns about safe access for the Sunset District. I feel that local residents of the Sunset deserve a safe dispensary to fill their prescriptions, just like residents of the Richmond District, the Haight, Soma, and the rest of the city and the state. I'm also concerned that patients that are trying to develop a dispensary in the Sunset receive fair and equal rights, just as the same as other business owners in the city. The dispensary that I'm referring to has met all the Planning Commission's requirements. It's far away from any local schools, and it's also convenient for ill patients that would otherwise have trouble traveling to a medical cannabis dispensary. I feel the location is ideal for the community and its patients, as well as providing safe access for the medical community. It would also bring much needed taxes and help balance the current budget. I feel a joint meeting is in order on this matter, and I hope everybody listening can educate themselves on medical cannabis and its benefits. One more thing I want to point out is that history shows neighborhoods that have medical cannabis dispensaries are actually safer, cleaner, and have less crime, and I want you guys to think about that. Thank you very much.
President Marshall and the rest of the commission. My name is Oscar Islas. I'm a disabled veteran. I was born in San Francisco. Also a cannabis patient. I've also been assistant manager for the handicapped and mentally impaired for 3 years in the residential facility. I've seen many medications in my experience, and different kinds of medications, some successful, some not. And some of the ones that are in the other medications, they're slurring their speech, they shake. And these are medications that are given with patients that don't really know how to handle their own affairs. Also, I feel there should be a choice for patients, whether it's medication, herbal, or synthetic. This should be a freedom right. Also, I want to mention for those that get this medication delivered to them, some of them may not even see it because this is being delivered by strangers they don't even know. And I've happened to me twice. And one of the times I was in the hospital. Also, I would like to speak about cannabis itself. History of it shows that in China there was a bronze jug found with rice rind or rice wine mixed with cannabis, which is marijuana. And this was before Europeans even came on to grape wine. And this is education that should be taught. Thank you.
So that majority of the audience will be listening to us as well. 大家好，我係 Wendy Wong。我今日咧就嚟代表大家講一聲，就係呢個大麻嘅事情咧，就唔希望佢哋喺我哋嘅社區開。咁咧我就想大家你記住就係5月20號 Planning Department 1點半鐘，大家記得出現嚇。I would like to remind them first of all that we will have a planning hearing, preliminary hearing on May 20th, 1:30 at City Hall. I would like to tell my neighbors that I oppose the marijuana dispensary in our neighborhood. Our Lincoln High School is just walking distance. During lunchtime, obviously a lot of students will sit down, will just walk down to the street to get their lunch, to hang out, and this is absolutely not a place to put the marijuana store in that street. 我想講俾佢聽咧，就話喺 Terrorville 咧就好多 Lincoln High School 放學嘅學生咧就會喺嗰度食 lunch 或者喺嗰度咧就交小朋友嘅。咁咧唔係適當嘅地方係喺Terrorville 開呢個大麻店嘅。Last Friday, my friend Lisa Lee, she just passed away of cancer. She is 2 years cancer patient and she battled with that and she failed. For all this time, she refused to use any painkiller. And her son, Arthur Lee, is in the process of getting a school in college. He graduated from Lowell. And with the strength and courage, she still wants her son to go to a better education.